Every year on August 19th, we mark World Humanitarian Day. It is an opportunity to pay tribute to the people who risk their lives every day to help the victims of war and natural disasters. This year, I have a simple message. The job of humanitarian workers is getting harder and harder, and the support we owe them more and more important. The number of wars around the world is once again going up. This year, 51 million people are displaced. This is more than even during the worst of wars on our continent, the Second World War. And the nature of conflict is changing. We are seeing more non-state actors who couldn't care less about international law, about world opinion. And unfortunately, more and more states don't protect their own citizens and sometimes stand on the way of aid reaching their victims. Across Syria and now Iraq, we are seeing a vast zone of civil war in which civilians are paying a huge price. And across the heart of Africa, from Mali in the west to Somalia in the east, stretching across northern Nigeria, the Central African Republic, South Sudan, we see a belt of wars fueled by ethnic and religious hatred. Getting help to civilians in places like this is more and more dangerous, more and more difficult. In fact, there has been a steady increase of victims among humanitarian workers over the last decade. Since 2003, the number of attacks on humanitarians has quadrupled. Last year alone, 12 humanitarian workers were killed on average every month, and more than 10 were kidnapped. And every week, 3 humanitarians were attacked and wounded. These are horrific numbers. But we should not kid ourselves. With the combined impact of climate change, rapid population growth in places like the Sahel, and extremism, we will see more disasters, more conflicts, more people on the move out of sheer despair. We are not just entering a world of fragility. We are right in the middle of it. And we need action now to tackle the root causes of the massive explosion of humanitarian crisis we are seeing. We can prevent disasters from massively killing people. We can prevent wars. As humanitarians, we need to make our voices heard for the sake of the victims and for the sake of the people who put their lives on the line to help them.